Rotational symmetry means when you turn a shape around, it looks identical. You can see if this shape is turned around, it's identical 3 times in a full turn. It therefore has rotational symmetry of order 3. Anagrams are words that are designed so that they are identical after they're spun around 180 degrees. This means they have a rotational symmetry of order 2. What's the order of rotational symmetry of the square? It's 4, because throughout a turn of 360 degrees, it's identical 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the video and write down the orders of rotational symmetry of these shapes. Here are the answers. Let's examine the oblong. By rotating it 90 degrees, it's no longer the same. It has to spin 180 degrees or 360 degrees to be the same. Therefore, its order of rotational symmetry is 2. It's the same with the parallelogram. Spend a moment to work out the order of rotational symmetry of a circle. Interestingly, it has an infinite order, as it's the same with any rotation. What's the order of rotational symmetry on the floor of the Shrine of Immaculate Conception in Washington, D.C.? If we count the points on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we see it has an order of rotational symmetry 10. The leaves of aloe vera are specifically arranged for minimum overlap and maximum exposure to the sun. If you notice the pentagonal structure, you'll see that it has a rotational order of 5. Staying on the DC Comics theme of the last lesson, what's the order of rotational symmetry of the Batman symbol? At first glance it may appear to have rotational symmetry of order 2, but be careful because it's not the same upside down. It therefore has a rotational symmetry of order 1. The tiling patterns of the Alhambra Palace in Granada in the south of Spain contain the most interesting symmetries I've ever seen. Spend a moment to work out the order of rotational symmetry of this pattern. You may see a regular hexagon and a 6-pointed star, which have order 6, but notice the triangular pattern, which reduces the whole pattern to order 3. How about the Chinese yin and yang symbol? Notice after a turn of 180 degrees, it's not the same. Therefore, it has a rotational symmetry of order 1. Let's work through an example question. Firstly, check the wording. It's a little confusing perhaps, so underline the key words. It needs rotational symmetry, but not a line of symmetry. We can give the shape a rotational symmetry of order 2 simply by tracing the shape after a 180 degree turn. But how could we make the shape have order 4 or 3? This time it needs a line of symmetry, but a rotational order of 1. We can do this simply by drawing the shape reflected in a mirror. This could be in any direction. I've chosen up-down. Now try the questions below and ask if you need help.